Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back. It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Friday Night Flies is in the house. Your host here tonight, Brad Knowles, the Permanent Fish Finder. Tonight we've got a pretty simple fly for you. It's been very effective. It's tied on a Daiichi size 1 hook, salmon hook. We've called this fly the Salmon Bolide fly. And for you educated folk, bolide means shooting star. And the reason for that we named it that, is because if you look at this fly down at the bottom of this lower camera, we've got split screen tonight, we're pretty high tech with the new system. It looks like a comet or a shooting star coming into the atmosphere. It's got a little bit of fire underneath, got a good mix. It works really well with the Pacific salmon in the Northwest. We've been using it in the streams surrounding Squamish, specifically the Squamish River and the Checamus. And it's been working really well for Coho and Chum salmon. So anyhow, we're going to get right to the fly tonight. So we'll go to the other camera here. We'll go down there. And we're going to start it off tonight with the Daiichi salmon hook. That's the pattern right there. Hook and a vise. We're using Superfly white. Super strong thread, pretty straightforward stuff, nice and strong. You don't want to be tying this pattern with super light thread, because if you guys are familiar with what chum salmon look like, they've got some big ass gnarly teeth, and they can destroy a pattern very quickly. To get the base, the body of this fly, we're using micro chenille. Very nice in, it comes in these nice big spools. And chartreuse. Anchor that bad boy in the back. This pattern's not going to take me very long tonight to get tied up. It's one of those guide flies, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll work that guy back up to the front. And we're going to work it around here a little bit. Try my best not to bang up the camera. Pretty easy stuff to work with. Gives it a nice little shimmer. And another thing we like about it is that it is UV. So under UV light, it glows. It stands out. And we all know that fish see in UV, which is important. And at Friday Night Flies, we love to use UV materials just for that reason. And there's nothing wrong with using classic fly tying materials, but the modern ones, there's a reason that they're building this stuff. It's because it works. And anytime I can get the upper hand on a slimy critter, that's when I do. So we're going to lock that guy down, take our scissors, knock that sucker off, and at this point we've got another little material from Hairline. This little guy is dyed UV polar chenille. This one here is in chartreuse, but tonight we're going to be using the red, which looks a lot like this. I mean, with these polar chenilles, they come in a variety of different colors, and you can change it up. I mean, today we're just using the color patterns that I've got here, but I mean, you could go with like a blue micro in the body here, and then mix it up and use like a chartreuse over the top. I mean, that's the whole thing about fly tying, is being creative. And nothing better than being on Friday Night Flies. We will push your creative side. So anyhow, as I'm wrapping this, I'm pulling it back. You can see how it's laying pretty against the fly here. You don't need to put too much of this stuff, because it is pretty overpowering stuff. You want to lock it down. At that point, cut her back. We're flying through this. The store's busy, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here tying this fly, because it shouldn't take you very long once you get the pattern down to whip these guys off. So you back wrap that guy a little bit, put a little bit of stuff on there, little thread. Make sure it's all laying nice and pretty. And then we're going to be using another pattern from Hairline called Strung Guinea Feather. And that one's going to be in chartreuse as well. And if you're tying these guys, you're going to find that they got a mix of a few feathers. Like this one's a little shorter than the others. You see how long it is in the feather itself. You want to pick yourself out something that's got about 2 inches of feather, 2.5. So it's nice and long. At that point, you want to separate the feather at the tip, and we're going to tie it in at the tip. Pull her back. So usually I have all this separated and set up ready to go, but hey, Friday Night Flies, we're tying live. Occasionally we break our thread. We usually keep the swearing out of it as much as possible, but tonight this is a pretty simple pattern. So we lay it down across. You want to anchor that feather in. Lay it down. Now take this feather, you're going to wrap it up. Kind of the same thing. You're going to take it and wrap it over a little bit. You're going to work your way up the fly a little bit. And as you're going, you're going to see me kind of try and pull stuff back. You don't want to really lay it over too much of itself. That's how you get that shooting star effect. It's a pretty colorful feather. So at that point, what I'm going to do is we're going to lock that feather down. Take this little guy, cut her back. You want to leave a little bit of a nub underneath just to help lock it down. You're going to pull as much of that feather back as you can, because it adds. Tie it back, make it lay down, and then you're going to work your way up over the top of the head. At that point, I usually carry a little chunk of Velcro strip. One of my good friends here, Scotty Holmes, he's also a fellow tyer on Friday Night Flies, had his daughter take some popsicle sticks and glue a little chunk of Velcro on it. These things work awesome. Anyhow, you can take that, work it back a little bit, spread it out, get that shooting star look to it, because it is called the Bolide fly. Make it look pretty. So at that point, you want to clean up the fly a little bit. You know what I'm going to do is we're going to throw a little whip finish on it quick. We're pretty well done with this pattern. Lock it down. Lock her down. Take all the loose stuff up the front here. And to finish this fly off, we're going to be using a Loon Outdoors product, and it is hardhead orange. So take just a little bit of this guy, work it off the brush. It's a brand new can for me, and we're going to take it and wipe it down on the head of the fly here to protect those, because we did say earlier that chum salmon are very aggressive, big teeth. So anytime you can lock those your head of your fly down, you do that. Give that a few minutes to dry. Anyhow, there you go. And if I wasn't caught up in the gap here, you can tie these flies off really quick. Let's go back up to the top again there, Riley. We're back up top. Okay, so well, this guy's drying down bottom. You can see how quick and easy that fly is, but it's very effective. You can tie them in an arrangement of colors. Myself, I like to use a micro chenille in a blue on the body, and then use the dyed polar chenille in a chartreuse, and then you can tie it off with the like with your hackle with the strung guinea feather. You could they come in blues, they come in grays, they come in oranges. I mean, every water body you'll find they have their combination of colors that fish really want to put their mouth on. This pattern works really well for where we're fishing in Squamish and Pemberton, but also the blue body with the chartreuse and a pink wrap, or just keeping the the strung guinea in chartreuse is money. Anyhow, like to thank you guys for watching the show tonight, and we got Ben from or Birkenhead Benny. He's in the house, and I think he's going to tie himself a little stonefly pattern. I'm not sure exactly. He's floating around a few different ideas, but anyhow, we're going to check out at that point. Thanks for watching. Brad Knowles, Permanent Fish Finder. You guys are in our area, check us out and book a tour. We'll get you out and we'll get you in some fish on hand-tied flies right here at Friday Night Flies. Thanks again.